my god. Oh my god. Alright, so where should I put this? I guess the first place is good. Oh my god. I haven't seen myself in a really. I don't like the intro. Anyway, okay. I was asking myself if there was no audience on YouTube, if there was no reward for YouTube, if there was nothing for this recording video that I am doing right now, would I still be doing this? Like, I remember myself that when I was a child, I was talking in front of the mirror and now I feel like, yes, even though that if there was no reward for such a thing like this, I'm still going to advise myself, talk to myself, and I'm still going to do this for myself. And I don't know you guys, but most of our goals are for people. Like, literally, I was thinking that if my parents weren't alive, I was like, would I still be awake from 5 a.m. until 10 a.m. in the day, and I'm still going through my day to tick all of my goals? Would I still do this? I asked this I asked this from myself, and I was like, I feel like deep side of me, deep down, I'm still doing some of my stuff for my parents. And this is so dangerous. This is so dangerous because if they won't leave anymore, you're gonna be screwed. You're gonna be screwed as, yeah. Let me not use that word. Let me not use it. Anyway, so right now it's in the morning and I'm here to talk about a topic that these days I do think about it a lot. Like, I do think about it a lot, and I think that you guys might have experienced it. And the topic is this, that I was asking myself this question, that okay, so the word suffering is repeated a lot. Like in books I have read this, that they say, okay, growth without suffering, it's impossible. It's like going to gym. It's like this. And in the first place, it is so logical. Like, it is so logical to accept this, that yeah, this is right. When you want to build a muscle, you have such a pain, right? But can I say that in the real world, I can live without suffering? Because in our historical books, I have read this in my religion, that this is super, super sad. This is super sad because some of the infos in the books are wrong. And some politicians, they have been edited all those stuff for their own benefits. I'm not going to enter that topic because it is so deep, it is so, everybody knows. And I don't like to talk about it, but when I was a teenager, I read a quote that was saying, if you are blessed too much and you're still doing a sin, okay, be aware of it, because you're gonna lead into a bad thing. Something bad will happen to you, okay? And I was like, in that time I was like, okay, so if I'm aware of what I'm doing, that sin, and still God is blessing me, this is kind of dangerous, okay? I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I don't know if it's good or right, okay? I don't know. But after that, even though that I was aware that I'm not doing a sin, but I'm still full of lust, I was feel ashamed, and I always feel sorry. I always feel like something is wrong here, because everything is good. Everything is good. I'm not suffering anymore. Everything is alright. God is blessing me. I have everything that I need and I love. And I felt so scary about it that, oh my God, let me make a mess so that my nervous system will be fine by having a bad thing running through my life. And that was a trick. Let's say the devil was doing this to me. Let's say my ego was doing this to me, or whatever you call it. That was a trick. I have read lots of praying books, quotes, and from somewhere they started to say that, God, you are the one who blessed me in that way. You are the one who blessed me in this way. And I was like, yeah. So first of all, they start with their sins to say, God, I'm sorry for doing such a thing, such a thing, such a thing. And then they start to say that, thank you, God, for blessing me. And I was like, okay, this is kind of, it seems to be good. So why I'm always scared about this idea that when I'm not doing a sin, when everything is good in my life, when I'm full of blessing, I feel so scary that, oh my God, something is wrong here. Why? Because I was addicted to that feeling of pain, to that suffering situation. And when life started to go good for me, because I quit all the bad stuff in my life, the things that I was doing and they were wrong, I quit them. I felt so that I deserve better. My self-esteem went so high, and this is the consequences of not doing bad stuff, and this is totally perfect, right? But my nervous system was so addicted to my past that I felt like, oh my God, something is wrong here. It shouldn't be go well this much. I can't handle this, you know? I think that you guys had such an experience like this, because it's like sometimes it is good for us to play in bad situation because there are some lessons out there for us, okay? But sometimes we are passing all those lessons, we are learning all those stuff by hard experiences. And now we're going to enter our easy life, our easy playground that we can play there and still have good grades by learning the lessons in our easy life. And what is wrong with this? What is wrong? Like, these days I am training my brain to be like, Astra, it is okay for you to have everything normal, and it is great. Heaven, paradise look like this. If you don't leave paradise in this world, you won't leave paradise the next world. Why? Like, God didn't give you the heaven in this world. Why he should give you paradise in the next world? He didn't bless you in here. Why he should do this in after? Think about it. This is crazy. And I have such a belief that if I don't drink the halal alcohol in this world, I wouldn't drink it in the next world. Why? Like, and I had such a not searching. No, I had such an experience that some people, like, it happened for me without any reason, and they say, Astra, do not tell this type of story to anyone. And I was like, why I shouldn't tell this to anyone when someone can enter that type of frequency and level by doing such a thing? Why I shouldn't tell this story to anyone? Nobody tell this to me. That's why we have lots of people, they want to drink alcohol, they want to watch porn, they want to do the bad sins, because nobody like you guys, those people who experience this, nobody like you guys told me this, that, hey Astra, if you want to reach that type of pleasure with alcohol, but we have something without this, without alcohol. You can reach that. You guys never told me this. That's why we are searching for some, you know, pleasures that they are so low. When we can reach those pleasures with meditation and praying and really, really feel the same. And I was like, why I shouldn't talk? Why I shouldn't talk? I'm not afraid of talking for what? Like, what? They were going to kill me? They're going to do what? God is here. God is protecting me, as always. And I had this type of experience that through you guys can, if you are full aware and if you do meditation. I'm still not good in it, okay? It's like sometimes it happens like once in a 10 year, something like that. How old am I had this experience for only once and it didn't happen again. Never. That I felt so drunk. Why? Because my sleep was kind of a meditation. I don't remember what did I do before my sleeping routine, but my sleep was type of drinking an alcohol. And I was like, oh my god, when I was awake, I was in a different mood that I cannot describe it. But I know some people, like right now on YouTube, I am following a girl. She's talking about her meditation journey, and she was like, she had such a kind of experience that is so weird and awkward to me, that I was reading it in the religious books that they would describe it like that, and I was like, wow. She even doesn't accept the my religion or that type of religion. I don't want to mess with this word, but I was like, if that girl with that type of belief reached that type of frequency and the level that the prophets would do this, why we're not doing this? Like, what is wrong with us? Something is messing. I don't know. I need to figure it out. And I was like, wow. I was so fooled by this word suffering. I was so stuck into it that if I didn't had any pain, any physical pain in my life, any kind of, a bad experience, trauma, I would go after for that trauma to happen for me, instead of knowing this, that Asra, you can have blessings in your life, experiencing this, and this is normal. God is not here to fight with you. God is here to bless you, to give you the gifts that you need and love. And I was like, okay, so I don't need to rush. I don't need to run for some stuff. I don't need to run for approving myself to people that, hey guys, I'm living better than you. Hey guys, look at me. Just look at me. How beautiful am I living? Oh my god. What are you guys doing? Oh my god. Bullshit. Seriously. And I was so tired of those religious teachers that they were telling me suffering is good. Suffering is good. If you're not suffering, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. What are you doing? Guys, just let me be in this pleasure mode that God created for me. I want to enjoy my life. You guys are enjoying your lives too, but you're not saying it in your preaching time. Yeah. Screw all of them, because I was feeling so bad when God was blessing me. I wasn't laughing with my full potential. I wasn't enjoying. I wasn't flowing because I felt down in my subconscious mind. I was feeling that something is missing here. Let's create a drama. Guys, I felt like this. And right now, I'm still training myself to be like, Astra, it is fine for you to everything be fine. Why you're looking for such a thing that you don't like it? Enjoy your damn life. And I'm here to say this, that I don't know what type of background or religious parents did you have. For example, one night I was listening to a prayer with my headset, and the praying was so good. Like, oh my god, the person who was saying that praying, he was reading a book. That praying is really, old, and it is in Arabic. He was reading that praying, and I was listening to it, and he was translating, describing it in a really fun way. That in a moment I was seeing myself that I'm dancing with this. And my mom was asking me, Astra, what are you listening to? And I said, that X praying, that X praying. It is famous between us. And I was like, okay. And she was like, Astra, we cry with this praying, and you're dancing with it? And for a moment, I was like, for a moment, something inside of me said, don't say anything. Move on. And I was like, I didn't say anything. I just moved on. That praying was describing God's features, that He's kind, He's that, He's that, He's that. And I was like, wow, everything that I need, He is. Everything that I need, He is. And guys, let's make a deal with God, okay? We're here, you're listening to this, right? God, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to this, of course He's listening to this. What was the thing that I said? No. God, alright, so I'm talking, and I want to say this, that God, you know that some good stuff is so hard for me. For example, putting this scarf, it is hard. Like, it is summer, you want to go out, you see the guys, like, they don't wear anything, and it's hard. It is super hard to put a scarf on your hair when you see lots of girls doing lots of trendy stuff and you cannot do, okay? So I'm like, God, this is hard for me, okay? So I'm making a deal with you. I do the hard thing. Actually, it feels like something pops into my mind that, Astra, you are doing the hard thing for yourself. Yeah, that's true. So what is the God, I want to make a deal with you. This is an excuse. I know that hijab is only good for myself and I'm doing it for me, I know. But let me just put an excuse here to make a deal with you. Yeah. Sometimes I say to God that, hey, I am friends for benefit. Because I'm still searching for the meaning of love. I know that type of love, but I'm like, what is the real love? The love that is not full of attachment, It is that type of pure love. I want to reach that pure love. Maybe I have reached some of it, but I don't feel like I am sitting into it, Maybe I am into it. I don't know. It's like a fish in a sea that searching for water. Anyway, yeah, let's make a deal with God. Like, for example, pick something that is hard for you and said, God, I do the hard thing and you do the thing that I cannot do. For example, I want that thing so bad and you give it to me. Okay, so I do the hard thing, and it's like testing God. I do this a lot. Sometimes I'm like, okay. Oh my god, it makes me cry. sometimes I'm like, okay, so I do talk about this with in a group of friends, okay? And I see the result in that moment. Like I'm like, wow, this is super crazy. When I was a teenager, I had a bag. I don't know if this is good to say it because nobody, let's say, talk about this stuff. Only one girl in YouTube, she talks about this stuff. Let me talk. Yeah, let me not be afraid of anything. I had a bag, guys. You know, when I was a kid, I was like watching some cartoons that they were going on a mission, doing some great stuff, supernatural stuff. And when I was a teenager, it was during the pandemic. I picked a bag and I said, okay, this bag is for my mission. And I put into it some stuff that would be necessarily for my mission. I was thinking that, okay, so one day I'll be this, and helping that person. And, like I have this belief that one day someone will come and survive. Like, not survive in the survival mode, no. He will help us to reach our higher self. This is what I mean. And I said, okay, this is the bag. I want to be in that team. And my parents thought that I want to run away from our house. Oh my god. This is super fun. Like, my parents thought that I want to run away from the house. And I don't know why they think like that. I don't know why. But one day I remember that there was a gift into that bag. I'm saying this in camera. I don't know you guys, and I'm like, okay, you can accept, we cannot accept. I remember that I found two gifts, in this bag. One of them was a perfume with the scent. Every perfume has got an advantage. It was kind of herbal perfume, I don't know, but it was that type of perfume that I loved and I needed. Not loved, I needed, yeah. And when I saw those gifts, I was like, Astra, be quiet. Yeah, I didn't tell anyone in that moment. It was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't remember. But I'm not here to really say, oh, I'm saying this stuff really exists. This stuff really exists. And I remember my mom asked me, where did you get this perfume? And I was like, I didn't say anything. Yeah. And the second gift, I cannot say what it is, what it was, but it was something that I needed in that time. It was something that was useful for me in that time. And I'm here to tell you guys that if you're still addicted to your old life that was full of pain, full of, my story. I'm not going to talk about my past, the past that what I had anymore, because I feel like from now on I'm here to be full of blessing. I'm here to see God's features, that he's helpful, he's protective, he's that type of rich. He created rich, guys, so he should be a rich creator, a rich guy too. And I'm like, okay, from now on I want to enjoy, I want to see the pure love. I don't know really exact meaning of this word still, I don't know, but I just want to play in the easy mode from now on. And I'm sick of every person who tell me that in your life you should suffer. If you don't suffer, there's something wrong. I'm sick of them. I don't accept it anymore. That's it. Bye.